You are the cutest thing.
She really is.
And thank you for my birthday flowers. She sent me flowers. It's so sweet. I
was going to see you today. I was like, I have to like send her flowers.
So
Happy
nice
belated birthday.
Thank you.
You're a class act. You are.
Thanks, love. Thank
So
you.
you're very successful. We all know you're a powerful voice. I'm curious about people when they're like you. Where did that start? Who gave you that? Your mother?
I feel like upbringing has a lot to do with it. I think my parents always instilled this crazy confidence in me having opinions. That it doesn't matter what your opinion might be, but you need to have it. It might be right, it might be wrong, but it's yours.
Right.
And that sort of, as I was growing up, we used to do pros and cons about all the decisions that I took and courage of conviction. And that just makes you so confident when you're growing up, knowing that your parents they have your back. And second of all, whatever my opinion might be, it's mine. Right. And there's a strength to that. Yeah,
Were other
absolutely.
girls that you knew like that, raised that way?
No, I think it was very unique. My parents were very unique that way, which is why somewhere, like the movie that I'm talking about here, The Sky is Pink, reminded me of that, because the parents in this movie are absolutely about, even if their daughter's life is not long, they're going to make her life big, live it every day and be encouraged and positive and joyful. And I feel like in like the cynical world of today, it's important to have examples like that.
Yeah, no, it's an emotional film, and we're going to get to that in a second. And last time you came, I think you had been married to Nick Jonas, as we all know, 3 months. You guys were newly married. It's now been almost a year.
Yeah, it'll be a year and a month, I think.
How do you guys make it work? I follow you on Instagram, and it seems like you are two of the busiest people out there. You're traveling all the time, not always together. How do you keep it going?
That's something we always knew about each other, that our work is very important to us. And I think it's so amazing to find a partner who understands that and respects it. Like I remember right before we got married, I was filming The Sky is Pink till about 4 days before I got married. And Nick came down 20 days before, and he was like, I want you to focus on your film, and I'm going to take care of all the prep with, like, my mom and him did everything. I just wore my dress and arrived, So, like, to have someone who understands what my personal ambitions are outside of him, and I understand his, you just make it work. And thank God for video calling, I'll tell you that.
And something that not everyone knows. My sister has type 1 diabetes, and every time I see her, I'm reminded of how her life is different than mine. And it's not easy. And Nick has type 1.
Yeah.
How much have you learned from him and just his strength and getting up every day? And it's a commitment.
I mean, initially when we first got married, I couldn't wrap my brain around the fact that he knew when his sugar dropped even while he was sleeping. He has this crazy discipline.
He felt it.
Yeah, he feels it. But, like, I used to wake up in the middle of the night to just check if everything is okay for a really long time. But he has been taking care of his diabetes since he was so young, that he just has a crazy discipline about it. He knows exactly what to do, when to do, and he lives the biggest life possible. He's not restricted himself from anything. He plays sports, he's touring, he lives an incredible life, and it's so inspiring to see. In fact, when he set up Beyond Type 1, which is his foundation, like, that's what he wanted to show people, that even if you have type 1 diabetes doesn't mean your life has to be different. You can, like, live it to its fullest, and it's so inspiring to me.
He's a great example.
He really is.
I saw a video online, too, of you guys and your husband and his band visiting a little girl with cancer who couldn't make it to their concert. And I tweeted the Jonas Brothers are the most class act, because you clearly made her moment. You have these incredible sister-in-laws, Sophie Turner and Kevin's wife, Danielle. You're also in that incredible music video, Sucker, which I love. It's fantastic.
It was so fun.
It's an incredible video. What's it like having this relationship with these new sister-in-laws?
I never had a sister. I've had cousins who I've always been very close to. We're a big Indian family.
As big as hers?
How many first cousins do you have?
9 on my mom's side.
Oh, I got 55.
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
55?
You can
first
imagine.
Cousin?
That's just on one side.
We compete with Indian weddings in our family.
Damn.
True.
You don't need guests at your wedding.
No guests.
No friends allowed, only family. Oh, my God.
It's a lot.
They're Mormon.
Mine was a lot.
Mormons.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're Mormons.
I got it.
Yeah,
So I understand it now. But I guess having another family, like inheriting Nick's family, and especially like sisters who are all amazing achievers in their own right, and like we're super supportive of everything that we all do, is a new sort of feeling for me, and it was amazing to have two girls like that to call sisters.
You can tell watching from afar. So I want to get to this film. It's called The Sky is Pink. It's based on a true story. It got a 10-minute standing ovation at the Toronto Film Festival.
Wow.
The film marks your return as well to Indian films after 3 years. You've had a lot of success both here and in India, which is really unprecedented. Tell us about the film and just tell us about the success that you've had personally.
Well, it's amazing I always thought that it didn't have to be mutually exclusive to work in both countries. And because there wasn't a precedent of someone else having done that successfully, here, I kind of had to like figure it out on my own, but it just makes me so happy to be going back to India with a film like this, because it's based on a true life family. They find out when their daughter is a year old that she has a terminal disease and she could go at any time. And they decide that they're going to give her the most joyous, big life ever. And they make everything into an adventure. And those kids usually who have SCID, they end up living just about 5 years. She lived to 18, wrote a book, gave a TED Talk about happiness in the face of danger.
Amazing people.
Yeah, it was what an
there.
amazing family. And that was so inspiring to me that I just knew that I had to. In fact, I've produced the movie as well for the same reason, because I just feel like these are the stories that we need to show people in the world today.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I found out that you lost your father to cancer as well 6 years ago.
Right.
So making this movie, obviously, I'm sure resonated with you. Can you tell me exactly how?
I mean, it was extremely cathartic because the director, Shonali Bose, her perspective on life, she lost her son when he was 16 to an accident, and her perspective in life is exactly the same, that life, people are going to be born, people are going to go. Instead of being afraid of it and instead of mourning the death of someone who's gone, let's celebrate the life lived. And while people are around us and like our loved ones, we forget to tell our loved ones we love them. When is the last time we've called like family and just appreciated them? And this movie sort of reminds you of that, you know, call the people that you love while they're alive, while they're with you, tell them that you love them, tell them it matters. Because that support system, there's no replacing that.
That's true. That's true.
It's such a good
You know, it's always so nice to see you.
It's always so nice to be here.
And again, thank you for the flowers.
Of course.
Our thanks to Priyanka Chopra Jonas. The Sky is Pink. Got a standing ovation.